We're here today with Tim Rogers, Sales Associate with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, GSA Realty. Tim, thanks for being here.
I'm happy to be here, Chuck.
Let's just dive in, Tim.
Sure.
Pricing. How important is it to properly price?
Yeah, it's a great question. Pricing a property is critical. If we price a property too high, we risk driving away buyers right at the start. And if we price it too low, we risk leaving money on the table, which you don't want to do.
No, sure we don't.
Yeah.
How do you go about finding that shelf position, that right price?
Sure. So we look at a number of different factors that go into pricing a home. We start with comparables. We'll look at your neighborhood, and your property becomes a subject property. We're going to look at comparable sales, similar homes that have sold in the neighborhood. That'll help establish correct pricing for the subject property. We'll look at those comparable homes and we'll take differences into account. For example, if the subject property has a brand new kitchen and the comparable property has an older kitchen, we'll adjust the comparable price up to reflect the difference in the old kitchen versus the new kitchen.
Sure.
We'll look at competition, we'll look at demand. Some markets, some neighborhoods, higher demand than others. We'll take all of that into consideration when looking at price.
Great. One thing that I'm curious about, Tim, is what really creates value in a property?
So you've heard the old moniker, Chuck, location, location,
Oh,
location.
sure.
You've heard
Yes.
that. Everyone talks about location, and location is in fact
Sure.
critically important, right, Chuck? But we also we like to look at condition of the property, and so we have location, we have condition, and we have price. So location, we can't do much with location. You know, it's either in a high demand or maybe it's not so much. Condition, when we put that property in the market, that the condition reflects where it is on that day.
Sure.
So price then becomes kind of the volume button that we use to establish value. So we can dial the price accordingly based on location and condition.
Great advice. Great advice.
That's how we do it.
Any other advice that you might give a seller?
Sure. So trust your real estate
Sure.
professional, right? It's what they do. They know the market. They understand if it's a buyer's or a seller's market or if it's changing at the moment, right? They know what they're doing, so trust them. Right? It's an emotional experience to sell a house.
Sure.
So they're going to take the data, the statistics, their expertise, and they're going to walk you down that path of emotion, which will result in you maximizing value of your home at a time frame that works for you.
Great advice, and thanks for being here.
Oh, anytime, Chuck. My pleasure. Thank you.